Hi, this is Bridget O'Leary Store again. I'm here to talk to you about scholarly versus or compared to popular resources, what we usually call popular resources for your paper. And we're also going to go into the databases and check out opposing viewpoints and Academic Search Complete. So I'm going to use these two databases as a way to remind you of a couple things. But first we're going to talk about how we can evaluate information with an acronym. So I apologize in advance if this gives you the image of the turd emoji, but we just call it the CRAP criterion, and it's because it's really easy to remember, and when you are looking at information, it's good to have some sort of an acronym or something that can jog your rational mind. So currency is for the C. It can also be credibility, whatever C word you can come up with that pulls you out of the emotional aspect of looking at information and pushes you into the objective frame of mind. Secondly, is it relevant? So your teacher suggested I do gun safety or gun control as a topic. So this is a really easy topic to demonstrate how we have emotional biases. This is more my point of view on guns and probably other people's point of view on guns if they don't like guns that much. So as we go along, we see reliability. This is another R. But here's the other side of the issue, the NRA. That would be people who strongly believe in the Second Amendment as meaning this is my right to bear arms. And here is just all the different resources we have. So why am I telling you my biases? If we go over to the 4 moves here, one of the things that we have found with students and just people in general is that we approach information emotionally. So we have strong emotional reactions to issues like gun control, abortion. You guys can name, I'm sure, a bunch of other hot button issues. So what we really need to do is put ourselves in that rational frame of mind and look for previous work by the author. Look at the embedded links. In this case, what we might want to look at is there a reference page at the end? Because that will indicate that it's a scholarly resource, and we will definitely be returning to that. And also circle back to your original argument, circle back to your original resources, and then see if you can find more information on that author. So as we go back into our library database, we can see these things in action. This is our new interface, and databases is linked right here. You can do a search everything box here. I prefer to go to databases for control over your search. So the first place I'm going to go is opposing viewpoints. So you could go to G if you wanted to find this again under Gale, or you can go to the right hand side and do opposing viewpoints. The reason why I'm bringing myself to opposing viewpoints is because I know I'm biased. So the first thing I'm going to want to look for is the other point of view, because that's my weakness. As being anti-guns, I want to be pro-gun so I can be objective. So I'm just going to go ahead and put in gun control. And this particular database is really good when you know you have biases. So the overview here gives you a good picture of what guns are in our country. So 60% of deaths by guns are suicides, the other 30% are by homicide. And that only leaves, 10% as accidents. So I'm going to look for something that's going to question my sense of rightness. And I'm finding everything that validates my rightness, which I don't want because I'll look at a different point of view. So I might have to actually think of a different way of stating my point of view. See, Second Amendment. What happens if I put in Second Amendment? this is a very narrow database, so it's harder to limit your search. When you add and, you're going to have fewer resources. When you add or, you're going to have more. And you'll see some of the same options in this database that you have in your others. You have print, you have download, you have email. And to your right, you can see the background research here. So I'm going to bring you over to Academic Search Complete now that I've realized my keywords for addressing my biases. I'm going to go to Choose Databases. This just opens up this particular database to more stuff. It actually opens up all those databases, but still gives you the control that this particular publisher provides. So I'm going to put Second Amendment and gun control. I'm purposely finding articles that question my bias. To your left, you can see there are dates. I got 2,559 with this database. So I'm going to go ahead and see if I can pull this up. So I can get the last, at least nothing older than the last 11 years. And I still have 2,000 hits. And then I'm going to choose academic journals so I can show you what that looks like compared to popular. And this is actually from the University of Chicago Law Review. Law reviews will tend to be scholarly. And again, you have tons of law reviews in here. These are all scholarly. Law and Contemporary Problems. I'm going to go ahead and click on the PDF to show you what an academic resource looks like. So we have an introduction, and we have all of this. This is specific to law journals, where you have a lot of you have the citations below each page as opposed to having the works cited or references page at the end. You notice there's lots of numbers. There's no pictures. It's very much trying to be as objective as possible and stick to the facts. In this case, facts correspond with laws. Well, if we go back here and we look at a more popular resource, like this is considered more popular because it's more general. I could also bring you to a newspaper article, which is very popular. Usually it's popular because it is designed for the general public to understand. And you get dialogue, you get no pictures in this particular article, but you get the sense that this is made for everyday people and not for lawyers. Here's another example of what is popular. Generally, your academic resources will have a works cited page or some kind of citation and a lot of numbers. Remember when you come into the library databases that you need to use your MyCNM username and password, and that you can select by subject. If you need to narrow it down, you can go by your class, or by database type. If you wanted to go for films, for example, you would go to streaming video. And if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to contact me. Thank you.